A strange girl at the edge of the stars, Liam Carter, stood alone in the quiet engine bay of the USS Horizon, a human exploration ship floating near the edge of known space. He was only a junior engineer, but he liked working during night shift. The stars outside the window blinked slowly, calm and cold. Liam had always loved space. It made him feel small, but a live dot as he worked on a damaged scanner panel. The screen suddenly flickered. A soft beep echoed through the silence. A message popped up on his monitor. "Hello again, my Spark." Liam blinked. "What the hell?" He whispered the message wasn't in standard code. Half of it was in human language, the other half alien. But how? There was no active transmission in this sector. It had come from somewhere nearby. Maybe a prank? Maybe someone on the crew trying to be funny? Still, something about it felt familiar, like a word you almost remember from a dream. He closed the screen and shook his head. Too many hours. I need sleep. The next day, the crew docked at an old alien trading post orbiting a dying red sun. Liam had never been there before. The station was strange, built from a mix of different technologies, some older than Earth's first SPACEFL IGHT. As he wandered through the open market, looking for spare parts, someone called out behind him, "Hey, Spark." Liam turned. A girl stood there, tall and graceful, with smooth silver skin and deep violet eyes. Her hair shimmered like soft moonlight. She wore light armor, clearly not human. Her smile was playful. "Do I know you?" he asked, surprised. "Not yet," she said with a laugh. "But I know you." Liam narrowed his eyes. "You must have me confused with someone else." She walked closer, tilting her head. "No, I remember that look in your eyes, always curious, always stubborn." Liam took a step back. "Okay, seriously. Who are you?" She just smiled again. "You called me once. A long time ago. Before the stars forgot." "What are you talking about?" he asked. "I've never met you before." The girl leaned closer. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "Not. In this life, maybe." Liam felt a cold chill run through him. He didn't understand her words, but deep inside, something stirred. A strange feeling like déjà vu. He had never seen her, yet something about her face, her voice. It felt real, ancient, familiar. "Why are you saying this?" he asked quietly. She laughed again, but softer this time. "Don't be afraid. You always run it first." Liam tried to keep calm. "What's your name?" "Sarai?" He repeated it slowly. "Sarai." She smiled. "It still fits, doesn't it?" Before he could ask more, a loud alarm sounded across the station. A security breach. People started rushing around them. Sarai's expression changed. She stepped close to him and gently touched his chest. "You'll remember soon," she said. "The bond isn't broken." Then she turned and disappeared into the crowd, her silver cloak vanishing like smoke in the wind. Liam stood frozen, heart racing. Who was she? How did she know him? And why did she speak like they had met before? He returned to the ship in silence, her voice still echoing in his head. The bond isn't broken. That night, Liam couldn't sleep. He sat at his desk, staring at the transmission logs. He searched through old files, trying to find a record of her species. He found nothing. No match for Sarai's look or language. Then he found something strange. A forgotten folder in the system. The title read, Project Echo Thread. Inside were notes from a science team over 60 years ago. They spoke of something called resonant soul memory, a theory that some alien species could bond with a human at the level of energy and thought, a connection that could last across lifetimes. Liam leaned back in his chair, staring at the dark ceiling. Was that what this was? A joke? A dream? Or something real? And why did his heart ache like it had just remembered someone he'd once loved? And lost? Who is she? Liam woke the next morning, feeling like he hadn't slept at all. His dreams had been strange shadows of battles, stars burning red, and a girl with violet eyes standing at the center of it all. She had called his name. Not Liam, but something else. Ka single quotes len. The name echoed in his head like a forgotten melody. He sat in the mess hall, pushing food around his plate. His friend Rika, a ship pilot, sat across from him. "You look like a ghost," she said, raising an eyebrow. Liam nodded slowly. "I met someone at the station yesterday," Rika smiled. "An alien girl?" "Yeah, but it's more than that. She knew my name. Not just Liam. She said things that made no sense. Like we had met before, in another life." Rika laughed. "Maybe you've got a secret girlfriend from a past life." He didn't smile. "She said we had a bond." Rika's face turned serious. "You're not joking?" Liam shook his head. "And last night, I had dreams. I was someone else. I was fighting in some kind of war, and she was there. It felt too real." Rika leaned forward. "You should talk to Dr. Hall." Dr. Halle was the ship's science officer and one of the oldest crew members on board. She had seen strange things in deep space. Later that day, Liam visited her lab. He told her everything about the message, the meeting with Sarai, the dreams, and the word Ka single quotes len. Dr. Halle didn't laugh. She didn't even look surprised. Instead, she walked to a shelf, pulled out a dusty data chip, and placed it on her console. "I've seen something like this before," she said. "It's rare, and most people don't believe it." What is it?" Liam asked. She tapped the screen. Project Echo Thread. It was a secret human study about alien bonding. A few species, now extinct or hidden, had the ability to form connections beyond time. A soul link. Some believed those links could return in future lives. Liam frowned. "You think she and I are connected?" "Like that?" Dr. Halle nodded. "If what you're saying is true, then yes. She might be the last of her kind. And you might be the first human in 100 years to carry a memory echo." Liam leaned back, his mind spinning. "But how? Why me? Sometimes." "It's not about why," she said softly. "It's about who, and what's waiting to be remembered." That night, the dreams returned. Only this time, they were clearer. Liam stood in golden armor, holding a blade of light. Around him, alien skies burned, and fleets clashed in space. Sarai stood beside him, her eyes filled with fire and sorrow. "You promised me forever, Colin," she said. "Why did you leave?" He woke up with sweat on his face and a name on his lips. Sarai. He checked his console. No new messages. No signs of her. But something inside him had changed. The next day, the USS Horizon received a new mission. Investigate a derelict alien vessel drifting near a dead moon. Liam felt a strange pull when he heard the coordinates. The ship was old, dead silent, covered in vines that glowed faintly blue. Liam was part of the boarding team. As he stepped inside the dark, silent corridors, a whisper passed through his mind. It wasn't from the comms. "You found me again." He turned sharply. Nothing. Was there? The team reached the control room, and that's when they saw it, a large stasis pod in the center of the room. Inside it was her. Serai. She looked peaceful, asleep, unchanged. The same silver skin, the same soft features, and those same eyes closed now, but still glowing slightly through the glass. "How is this possible?" whispered one of the crewmates. "This ship is centuries old," Dr. Halle said. "She shouldn't even be alive." Liam stepped forward, his hand resting on the pod, and then her eyes opened. Everyone gasped and stepped back, Sarai looked straight at Liam. "You came," she whispered. "Just like you always do." The lights on the ship flickered. The floor trembled slightly, and a strange energy filled the room. Before anyone could move, a loud alarm sounded on the horizon. Unknown fleet approaching. Hostile signals detected. Liam's heart pounded. Dr. Hawley turned to him. "She's not just a mystery. She's a target." Sarai's voice echoed again, this time into everyone's mind. "They followed me. They will destroy you to get to me." Liam stared at her, the dream still burning in his chest. "You once promised forever. Will you run again?" The warning sirens kept blaring on the USS Horizon. Everyone on board rushed into action. A fleet of unknown ships was heading straight toward them, fast and angry. Inside the alien vessel, Liam stood frozen in front of Sarai's stasis pod. Her eyes, still glowing faintly, never left his. "You said they're coming for you," Liam said, his voice low. Sarai nodded inside the glass. "Yes, they want to erase what I am, what we were." Before Liam could ask more, the alien pod opened. With a soft hiss, the air shimmered, and Sarai stepped out barefoot onto the metal floor. She didn't look weak. She looked calm, strong, like someone who had waited a long time without ever losing hope. Liam's crewmates raised their weapons. "Stay back," one shouted. She could be dangerous. But Dr. Hawley raised her hand. "Don't. She's not." Attacking. Sarai looked around slowly. "I mean no harm. I only seek the one I was bonded to." Her eyes fell on Liam. Him. The room went silent. Liam's chest tightened. He stepped forward. "You keep saying that. What does it mean, this bond?" Sarai tilted her head gently. "Your people call it legend. We called it life thread. Two souls tied across time, across stars. It is rare, sacred, eternal." Liam didn't know what to say. "But I'm human. How could I be part of something like that?" "You were once Colin," she said. "You chose me. You gave your word. Then the war came, and we lost everything." Dr. Hawley stepped closer. "What war?" Sarai turned to her. "A war of minds. My people, the Eliari, were feared not for our weapons, but for our bonds. Together, two bonded souls could fight as one, think as one, become unstoppable. The empires wanted that power, but not us." She looked down for a moment, pain flickering in her face. "So they hunted us, killed us. I was hidden in stasis. But even frozen, my thread pulled toward him across years, across death. It brought him back to me." Liam felt something inside him stir again. A vision flashed in his mind, Sarai, crying over his body on a battlefield, calling his name. "Colin, please don't leave me." He stumbled back, breathing heavy. I saw that. I remember." The ship shook violently. A message came through. "Captain to away team. We're under attack. Return now." Sarai touched Liam's arm. Her hand was warm. "I can help, but only with you," she said. Dr. Hall hesitated, then nodded. "We'll take her." The team returned to the horizon, and Sarai was brought to the ship's science bay. But the moment she stepped onto the deck, alarms started screaming. The approaching enemy ships had locked weapons. On the bridge, the captain turned to the crew. "They're not answering our hails. They're here for her." Sarai spoke over the comms. "They belong to the Cyrix Dominion. They erased my people. They will not stop until I am gone." The captain stared at her. "Why are you important to them?" "Because the bond between me and him still exists. They fear what we could become." Liam felt everyone's eyes turn toward him. "I didn't." "Choose this," he said. Sarai looked at him softly. "You did. Long ago. But you ran from it. Now you have a chance to stay." He stepped forward slowly. "If I stay, what happens?" Then I awakened the bond fully, she said. Your memories return. Your strength returns. But we become one again. It cannot be undone. Dr. Hall spoke. That might be our only chance. Outside, the alien ships prepared to fire. The horizons. Weapons were no match. Time was running out. Liam looked at Sarai. I'm scared, he said. So was I, she whispered. But I waited. I never gave up on you. Liam reached out and took her hand. At that moment, the lights around them dimmed. A golden pulse traveled through both their bodies. Liam gasped. Visions filled his mind, battlefields, stars exploding. Sarai laughing beside him, dancing under a sky of twin moons. He wasn't just Liam anymore. He was Ka single quotes, Len. The horizon system suddenly lit up. Energy surged through the ship like it had been recharged. The engines glowed brighter. Weapons recalibrated themselves. What's happening? The captain shouted. Dr. Hall stared at the screens. It's them, the bond. They're boosting the ship through their connection. Outside, the Cyrex ships noticed the change, but it was too late. The Horizon's weapons, now linked with Sarai and Liam's bond, fired with perfect aim and speed. In minutes, 2 of the enemy ships exploded. The rest retreated. Silence returned. To space. On the bridge, the crew stared at Liam and Sarai standing together. Dr. Halle whispered, the bond that time forgot. Just saved us all. The battle was over, but the tension on the ship had only grown. Liam and Sarai stood side by side in the Horizon's command room. The crew kept glancing at them, whispering. Some were thankful. Others were afraid. No one could explain what had just happened, not even the captain. The energy surge, the perfect shots, the way the ship responded, it was like the Horizon had become alive. And it had all started the moment Liam took Sarai's hand. The captain stepped forward. His voice was calm, but firm. You two need to explain what's happening. Now. Liam hesitated. Sarai placed a hand gently on his arm. I'll tell them. She faced the crew. The bond between us is more than emotion. It's a link between thought, energy, and purpose. In my people's history, a bonded pair could connect, not just to each other, but to technology. Ships, weapons, systems. Together, we become more. The captain frowned. That's impossible. Dr. Hawley spoke quietly. Sir, I saw the records from Project Echo Thread. It's rare, but it's real. The captain stared at Liam. So what does this mean? You're not fully human anymore? I'm still Liam, he said. But I also remember being Colin. It's like I'm both. Sarai nodded. His soul returned. His mind just took time to catch up. Then the next message arrived. A direct transmission from the Galactic Council. They had detected the energy wave from the Horizon's battle. And now they wanted answers. Or else, we've been ordered to hand over Sarai. The captain said. Liam stepped forward. They can't do that. They have authority, the captain replied. And our ship is already under review. If we refuse, Earth could face sanctions, or worse. Sarai's face stayed calm, but her voice was steady. This was expected. The Council works with the Cyrex. They fear any power they can't control. Liam clenched his fists. So they want to silence you forever? Sarai nodded. If I live and we stay bonded, they know the past might rise again. Dr. Hawley looked between them. There's one option. There's a hidden planet. Off-grid. Abandoned centuries ago. Eliari Tech was hidden there before the war. If Sarai returns to that place, it may restore her full memory. Maybe even awaken the bond completely. Liam turned to the captain. We'll go. The captain frowned. That planet is uncharted, full of ancient traps and systems. You're asking me to let 2 of my crew vanish into alien ruins. You're asking me to give her up to people who want her dead, Liam said. A long pause. Finally, the captain nodded slowly. You have 48 hours. After that, we report everything. Liam and Sarai left the horizon in a small shuttle. Dr. Hollow gave them coordinates. The planet was called Verith 9. It had no cities, no colonies, only dust, ruins, and silence. The journey was quiet. Sarai sat near the window, watching stars drift past. Liam sat beside her. You waited all this time, he said softly, even when I forgot you. I never stopped believing, she replied. The bond doesn't depend on memory. It lives in the soul. He looked at her, really looked this time, not as the strange alien girl who teased him, but as someone who had once stood beside him through war and death, and still came back. I wish I remembered more, he said. You will, she whispered, but memory comes with pain. They landed on Verith 9 at night. The planet was dark and dry. Strange stone towers rose from the ground, half buried in sand. The wind howled like voices speaking from the past. As they walked toward a tall ruin, Sarai stopped. Here, she said. This is where I was born. Liam followed her into a chamber carved with glowing runes. In the center was a crystal pool, its water still and glowing with blue light. This place holds echoes of who we were, Sarai said. If you step in, your memories will return, all of them. He looked at the water. And if I don't? You'll still be you, Liam, but you won't remember our promise. Liam stared at the pool. His heart was loud in his chest. He had a choice, love or safety, the past or the present. And yet, deep inside, he already knew the answer. He stepped forward, but just as his foot touched the water, a loud sound tore through the sky. Ships, AIRX. Ships. They had tracked them to the planet. Sarai grabbed his hand. They're here. You must choose now. Liam stared at her. We fight together. Her eyes lit up. Then remember me, fully. They jumped into the pool. Light exploded around them. Light swallowed everything. Liam felt like he was floating, falling, flying all at once. The glowing pool on Verith 9 had pulled him deep, not into water, but into memory. Flashes hit him like thunder. Stars burning above a battlefield. His hands gripping a sword made of light. Sarai, her silver skin shining with tears, screaming his name as he fell. Colin. That name echoed louder now, not just in his head, but in his soul. And then stillness. Liam opened his eyes and gasped for air. He was lying beside the crystal pool. The sky above was dark, but glowing with energy. Sarai sat next to him, watching quietly. You're awake, she said softly. I remember, he whispered. I remember everything. He sat up slowly. The weight in his chest was gone, replaced with clarity, with strength. I'm Colin. I chose you. I promised you forever, he said. Sarai nodded. And I never stopped waiting. But they had no more time. A loud blast shook the ground. The Cyrex were landing. Above the hills. Black ships descended like predators. War drones flew in swarms. Red lights scanned the ruins. They're jamming communications, Sarai said. We can't call the horizon. Then we make our stand here, Liam replied. He looked around. The ruins of Verith 9 were not just ruins, they were a fortress. Hidden Alyari tech, long asleep, now whispered to him. The bond with Sarai had unlocked more than memories. It had awakened the old systems. They moved through the ruins quickly. As they ran, ancient doors opened on their own. Stone walls revealed, glowing blue circuits. And buried beneath one of the towers, they found an old battle suit. It was massive, built for someone bonded. Liam stepped forward. It's waiting for you, Sarai said. It was yours before. It's yours again. Liam climbed into the suit. It powered on the moment he touched it. Energy surged through his veins. He didn't need instructions. His mind and the suit became one dot outside. The Cyrix army advanced. Sarai stood by Liam's side, her armor shining, eyes glowing like twin stars. "We fight together," she said. "Like before," he replied. They moved as one. The first wave of enemy drones fell before they reached the ruins. Liam's battlesuit fired pulse blasts that bent through air. Sarai moved like light itself, her twin blades cutting through steel. The bond was stronger now. When Liam dodged, she already knew. When Sarai moved, Liam's suit cleared her path. They didn't speak, but their minds stayed connected. Then came the real threat. A massive Cyrix war machine landed 20 feet tall. Armed with plasma cannons, the ground shook as it walked forward. Liam looked at Sarai. "Can we take it?" She smiled. Together, we always could. They charged. The war machine fired burning blue energy at them. Liam blocked it with a shield he didn't know he had. The blast hit, but the suit held strong. Sarai leapt from behind, slicing through. Its legs, sparks flew. Liam fired a shot straight into its core. Boom. The machine exploded in a wave of fire. The rest of the Cyrix forces began retreating. They hadn't expected this. They didn't understand the bond. But now, they feared it. As silence returned, Liam stood in the middle of the battlefield. The stars above seemed brighter. Sarai walked beside him. Her face was calm, but her eyes shimmered. "You remembered," she said. He nodded. "I did. Then we can go home." But Liam paused. "Where is home now?" She tilted her head. "Wherever we are together." Behind them, the ruins of Verith-9 pulsed gently. A quiet voice in ancient Eliari I spoke through the wind. Bond confirmed. Colin and Sarai, last of the warriors. Awaiting command. Dr. Hale's voice crackled faintly in their ears. The jamming was weakening. "Liam, are you receiving us? What's happening down there?" He smiled. "Tell them we won," he said. "Tell them the bond is real." Sarai took his hand, and together they walked back toward the stars. The horizon. Touchdown at sunrise. Dust rose from the ancient plains as the ship's engines settled into silence. The crew, Dr. Hale, Captain Rios, and a full squad of security rushed out. All eyes searched for signs of battle. What they found instead was calm. Liam and Sarai stood together at the edge of the ruins. His armor was scorched but whole. Her blades hung at her sides, glowing faintly in the soft morning light. Behind them, broken Cyrix drones lay scattered, proof of the fight. No one had seen. Dr. Hale stared, eyes wide. "Liam, what happened down here?" Liam smiled. "Everything." "Captain." Rios stepped forward, scanning the battlefield. "You held them off alone?" "No," Sarai said. "We did it together." The crew looked between them. Sarai's silver skin shimmered. Her presence felt different, now commanding. Not just an alien refugee, but someone older, powerful. Bonded. Dr. Hale turned to Liam. "You remember who you were, don't you?" "I do," he said. "I was Colin, a guardian, a fighter, a lover." He looked at Sarai, and the weight of centuries seemed to lift between them. "But I'm still Liam," he continued, "still human, still choosing her." The AI voice from the ruins spoke again, now through the horizon's combs. "Life bond confirmed. Dual essence reconnected. Eliari command protocols restored." Dr. Hale frowned. "That's impossible." That level of soul bonding? It was only theory. "Not anymore," Sarai said. The crew moved through the ruins, studying the tech Sarai and Liam had reawakened. Ancient Eliari systems powered up as Liam passed. Some machines even responded to his voice. others to hers. Together, they could command an entire world. What will you do now? Captain Rios asked. Liam looked to the sky. The Cyrex know. We're back. They'll send more. Sarai nodded. But now we can warn the galaxy. Fight beside your people. Unite both worlds. You want to fight? Hale asked, surprised. No, Liam said. We want to protect. That's what the bond was always about. Not war, not conquest, but choosing someone worth everything. The ruins shimmered. A hidden platform rose from the ground. In its center was a star map, old, but alive. Lights moved across it, showing where the Cyrex were growing. One red line was moving straight toward Earth. Liam clenched his jaw. We don't have much time. Captain Rios nodded. Then let's get back. Earth needs to hear this story. But Sarai stepped forward. Wait, there's more. She touched the platform. A glowing ring appeared above it. A hologram of her planet Verith, before it was destroyed. This was my home, she said. I was born of light. So was Colin. So was the bond. The crew watched silently as the image showed millions of Eliari joining in a massive ritual Ayi. Galaxy-wide network of life-bonded pairs. Some were warrior duos. Others were healers, explorers, creators. We believed bonding could evolve us beyond war, she said. But we didn't see the cost. The hologram turned dark. The Cyrex attacked. Planets burned. Pairs were ripped apart. We weren't ready. Our strength became weakness when we lost each other. Liam put a hand on her shoulder. But now, she said, we have a second chance. The platform shifted again, this time showing Earth. Then the horizon. Then Sarai and Liam together. The AI spoke again. Human Eliari bond fully stabilized. Genetic sync achieved. Hybrid evolution possible. Dr. Hale's mouth dropped open. You're saying, you two are the beginning of something new? Liam grinned. Looks like it. Back aboard the horizon, word spread fast. The ship buzzed with energy. Liam and Sarai shared everything they had learned, how the bond worked, what it unlocked, and how humans might be compatible with Eliari legacy systems. We can't go back to how things were, Captain Rios said. The universe is changing. Then, let's change with it, Sarai replied. As the horizon lifted off. The ruins of Verith 9 shone behind them. Sarai turned to watch the world disappear beneath the clouds. You okay? Liam asked. She nodded slowly. I lost my home once. But now I have you. They stood close, hand in hand. I thought you were just flirting that day, Liam said with a smirk. She laughed. I was. But you also declared a life bond. I did. And I accepted, he said softly, even if I didn't know it yet. Above them, Earth was coming into view. The blue planet glowed like a beacon of hope. The message had already gone out across the stars. Humanity wasn't alone, and the bond was real. Sera. I leaned her head against Liam's shoulder. Do we go from here? She asked. Wherever the bond leads, he said. And as the horizon crossed the edge of space and light, they both knew their story had only just begun. Cale stood on the viewing platform of the alien starship, his heart pounding with emotion. The galaxy outside shimmered with stars, but none of them could shine brighter than what he had just discovered. Beside him stood Zera, no longer just an alien girl from a strange world, but his bonded partner, his forever, the elders of her planet had finally accepted their bond. After tests of truth, loyalty, and strength, they had seen Cale's heart. He had not come to take, conquer, or mock. He had come to understand. He had come to care. That had changed everything. But the ceremony wasn't easy. Zera had stood before the council, proud and unshaken, and declared her bond to Cale not as a choice, but as destiny. "He never forced me," she had said. "He never tried to impress me. He just listened. He cared. And that is what we call strength." Even the oldest among them had nodded now. As they flew through open space toward Earth, Cale couldn't stop thinking. Everything had changed in just a few days. First contact wasn't about war this time. It wasn't about weapons or power. It was about love. Zahra gently touched his hand. "Do you know what a life bond truly means, Cale?" she asked. He shook, his head still unsure about their customs. "You explained it, but not fully." She turned to face him. Her eyes glowed softly under the ship's lights. "In my world, when we bond for life, we share not just time, but